So I woke up this morning at around 5 p.m. and saw that Ninja Kiwi had given us this abomination. 350% boss health, 135% boss speed, Paragon limit of 6, max monkeys 60, and no super monkeys. I watched Punji's No Monkey Knowledge guide, which ended up being really tight on tier 5, while the rest of the tiers was fairly easy, and I'm actually gonna copy some pages out of his book and have some of the same Paragon placements, but I'm not gonna be able to copy most of it because I'm gonna restrict myself to only the center area for the entirety of the boss fight. The only thing we have going for us is that we do have 20k starting cash, so we're gonna be snowballing really quickly, and I think I'm gonna begin by putting down 3 banks. And then once these are full, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to a Minneapolis. So let's just start with this, just a dart monkey, and I don't really, well, as per usual, I don't really have a plan as to how my farming is going to progress after getting the Minneapolis. Gonna be doing most of it on the fly, but I mean, do you remember back when there was a pretty extreme version of Lich on, what's it called, Winter Park? We did a similar type of challenge, and I sort of winged that one too, although I did do a bit more preparation on that one, but that one was really tight, but we did manage it eventually, so I have a feeling that we might be able to do this. It's only really tier 5 that's gonna be really difficult. Okay, they should be about full now. Yeah, perfect. And then we can go ahead and get rid of these. And these as well. And get 3 discount villages for the Opolis. And get this right here. Let's see, can we fit a farm here? Yes, we can. 3 discounts. Boom. And let's see, is that bottom village in my way, or can I fit 3 farms here? Yeah, it's probably in the way, is it not? Of course it is. Okay, do it again. Now I should be able to get it a bit further down, like so. Probably starting with a couple of these before I move on to BRFs and overclocks. Let's get the range as well. Get rid of these and see, does this fit now? Yes, it does, and it's in the range, at least now when it's buffed by another village. I was thinking about getting my trap like here, but maybe I can get it over here, and with the extra range I should be able to place the trap right in this corner. Wait, this is going to be outside the range of this one if I sell all of these, so maybe I should just keep one, keep it simple. When you have this crazy amount of starting cash, you can go for much more optimal starts than this one, but I'm not gonna spend hours and hours getting the perfect start. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and start working on my top path, my first BRF, and then probably going with the usual, alternating between overclock BRF for a while. And since I'm restricted, I can't use this water here for a favorite trade, but at some point it would be a good idea to like sell this stuff, get this, and get an overclock, but it looks like I'm still missing a bit of cash for that. Okay, let's put this right there and get this right over the trap, refresh it, play a couple of ticks, and then sell these and upgrade this one and this one. Like so. Bam bam. There we go. And let's get one of these double discounted back just temporarily, and then sell it for another BRF and overclock. So now I'm pretty much just gonna keep adding more BRFs and overclocks and possibly get a Banana Central too before 40. So I'll see you once tier 1 gets close. Final round here. Solution for tier 1 is gonna be nothing special, just a MAD. It's gonna be very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-place some farms here that I can upgrade as the boss fight goes along, so I don't have to worry about placing mid-round, and I messed up the placement here. I'm actually gonna sell this one because I'm gonna, I wanna have a decent sized Opolis later. I wanna try to get as many farms as I can once we get a new one. So start this, we're gonna begin by getting the MAD first of all. and then not gonna spend time getting overclocks during the fight. I'm hoping it's gonna be quick enough that I won't have to do any of that. Just spend the money on upgrading these. It always gets so hectic when you have so much to do during a boss fight. I panic every time. But the boss fight is progressing pretty quickly. You know what, I'm even gonna put an overclock on this. Try to speed it up a tad bit more. It's so hard to see as well, like which farms are overclocked and which are not. I need to put on my glasses. And oh yeah, these are like stunned, so I guess there's not too much point in me putting overclocks on them. At least the Banana Central is not getting stunned. That's good news. Oh wow, I have 80k. I haven't been paying attention. Wow, see, that's what I mean. I lose track of like what's going on during the boss fight. Oh well. We're losing out on a bit of cash here by not placing down more farms, but the boss fight is almost over anyway. Okay, there we go. And now I think I want to get a bigger Opolis, and I'm thinking about getting a Mermonkey and a boat here for the extra cell back on these, because I kind of need to clean up here a bit to fit more farms. Why is nudge mode not working? What just happened? Is this a bug? I can't... I'm clicking, but I can't use nudge mode. What is happening? Oh. Ah. Man, I'm an idiot. Now let's see. If I place this right here, can I fit 2 boats on the side here? I don't think so. No, not quite. Because I'm thinking about having this here and a bunch of boats here to farm cash and pops for a Navark later. Okay, let me sell these. So I can put this a bit further to the left, like so. Now I think I can fit 2 boats, right? Yes, I can, okay. Wait. Yeah, it does reach for the extra cell back, and how much is this gonna cost me? Like so, and does that reach all of them? No, it doesn't reach this one. Come on. Okay, this is a bit of a waste, but what if I put it in the extra sellback value of this one and I get the extra range from the bottom path instead? Then I do get this one, and I can do that. Now I kind of need to move these overclocks as well, because I'm gonna fill this up with boats, and if I'm gonna go with boats here, I kind of need some bottom path farms as well. Since I haven't done a lot of planning, I don't know exactly where I want my farms and towers to be, so I'm gonna go ahead and pre-place a bunch of farms. Doing that will lose out on a bunch of cash. It's not very optimal, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then I think we'll get the XL trap here, because I don't wanna have it here, because that's gonna block some placement for a Paragon I need later. Wait, is this even enough range? Oh, and this trap is actually not reaching. You gotta be kidding me. Wait, I'm in sandbox. Doesn't the XL trap like become bigger? It does. Okay, so problem solved. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be satisfied with this. I used the rest of the space for some overclocks, even though these are not great in combination with overclocks, but I mean, what else can I do with the space, really? And now for tier 2, we're gonna do the same thing as Punji, which is to get a Boomerang Paragon right here. Now, I don't think I'm gonna bother like selling a lot of stuff to place down sacrifices. I think I'm just gonna use the slider to get a degree 20. So say 150. There we go. So let's go ahead and play this. And I just realized I'm such an idiot. We spoke earlier about these getting stunned. I probably should have put my like tier 5s like further down somewhere to avoid this happening. That's kind of annoying. Let's go ahead and use... Oh, wait. Now I'm overclocking. I'm doing the same thing again, overclocking the stunned ones. Man. Okay, whatever. It's working. We're beating the boss. But the problem is, like, the earlier tiers are so incredibly easy that it all just hits you like a brick wall on tier 5. And on tier 5, I think I'm going to end up with the same paragons as Punji. I don't think I'm going to be using... I was thinking about potentially using the Spike Factory Paragon, because I believe that none of its projectiles gets cleared from the track by Vortex. So it might actually be able to do some decent damage. But I'm still not sure if using that Paragon against this particular boss, especially on like this challenge, is a good idea or not. And gathering pops for it might be pretty difficult, so I don't think I'm going to be using that one. Yeah, no, I think we're going to be skipping that one because it's just pretty annoying to get pops for on this map, this challenge, so we're going to be going with some other paragons. And starting next tier, we need to start thinking about an ace, because we need... this paragon is just so damn expensive that we're gonna need to start farming pops pretty early for that one. But yeah, there is nothing I want to change for now, so I'm just gonna keep going and I'll see you on tier 3. For tier 3, we're gonna get an NG Paragon, I'm pretty sure, and also the ace, as I mentioned. And you know what? I've given 10 stacks to this, and then I have 100% uptime using 2 overclocks, while I put some stacks on this one to make sure everything is in its range, and I'm working on doing the same thing with this one for the boats. And I'm thinking maybe get 10 stacks on this too, because the pops are worth so much, and maybe I don't even need the NG for tier 3. What do you think? I wanna at least try to see if this is possible without the NG Paragon. Oh, and I should probably get some kind of a debuff too, to increase the pops even more. If I have space anywhere, that is. You know what, I'll look at that later. But yeah, this does seem to stand a chance, no? 250,000 pops already. Yeah, this is for sure gonna work. Question is, like, do I want to redo this and see if I can fit a debuff somewhere to put more pops onto this one? Maybe not. But I really want to do that for the next tier at least, because these pops cannot be understated in terms of how much they are worth. Most of our damage on tier 5 is gonna be coming from the Ace Paragon. And a lot of farming is going to waste here because of these stuns, and I did get my best farm stunned quite a bit as well. I hope this doesn't result in us failing this on tier 5, which is a very big possibility. I would say that it is in fact the most probable outcome. There was room here all along. Bro. Okay, well then at least I know there's room there now for a sniper as a debuff for next tier. And here we go. Now it's definitely time to get the NG Paragon. But what do we do in terms of placement here? There's not too many options, either here somewhere or here somewhere. If it's here, I'm gonna need to sell a boat, which I am gonna need to at some point anyway, because I need to get my other tier 5s. So I could do something like this, like I'll get this, which will buff this one, which is good, and then I could potentially get the NG like here. Like, there's no really great placements, and there's really not any awful ones either. I don't know. But the question is, if I get this boat here, and I get the NG on top, and I get the boat Paragon later, where do I want the boat Paragon to be? Do I want it to be right here? I don't know. And if I get the NG on top, I'd probably get it, like, maybe as far down to the left as I can here, to avoid stuns here. don't think I want to get it on this platform. 1.5 million. That surely should do the trick. Perfect. And now let's not forget, get this one set to strong and set this to strong too. Now next, let's go ahead and get the Wizard Paragon. I believe Punji put it right on top of the Boomer, so right here where I have my farm. But I'm not gonna bother selling this, I'm just gonna put it right here. That should be able to reach all the way over here and over here too in this corner, but not over here. Should be fine. And here we should sacrifice somewhere around 900k, I think, for a degree 40. 42, I'll take that. And now let's get these two farms back and our overclocks and whatnot, and probably also a glue storm. And you know what? Why not go ahead and get this temporarily? We do have the extra cell back on it, and I mean anything to get more pops on this, really. Okay, let's give this a go. I have a feeling I'm kind of gonna be short on cash. Like, I would love to get a degree 80 Ace Paragon, but I think we're gonna have to settle for like 60 plus. Because I mean, cash-wise, we need enough for a boat Paragon, probably like a sub Paragon too. So I'm kinda relying a lot on the pops to do a lot of the work here. And let's see if we can time the wizard morph ability here. God. I'm messing it up. Okay, use it. Glue. Overclocks. Okay, I mean, we're definitely beating this. How's the pops looking on the ace? 4.3. Honestly, I was hoping for a bit more at this point, like close to 6. But whatever. I guess I won't use any more wizard abilities, because I want to maximize damage on the ace. As I said, getting a degree 80 is kind of a... or at least it feels like a lost cause. But every degree we can get over 60 is still gonna be pretty useful for us, so not a bad idea to try to maximize the pops and not use any wizard abilities, since we are beating this tier very easily anyway. And this is what I'm talking about. If you haven't played this boss yourself yet, you might expect, you know, given what you've seen so far, that tier 5 is gonna be a breeze. But it's gonna be the exact opposite. Honestly, since I didn't really do a lot of preparation whatsoever going into this, I have a bad feeling that it's not gonna work out. Well, anyway, that's tier 4. So now there's not much left to do. Let's get rid of this and get something that gives us cash. Actually gonna get a Spirit of the Forest. That makes a lot more money now after update 48, giving more money per round. Oh wait, it's not more money per round, the end of round is the same, but the base ability is now over 1k rather than like 320. But yeah, not a lot more that I can do right now, so I'll just skip straight to tier 5. See you soon. And now I've done just about everything I can think of, so now I'm ready. Let me first go ahead and sell everything using my Sellicopter. Let's begin by getting our boat Paragon. I don't think we need to sacrifice that much to get a... I think we're aiming for a degree 60. Wait, we don't have that much money, honestly. How much do you think I need to sacrifice to get a degree 40? What do I get if I don't sacrifice anything, actually? 45. Because I don't have that much money left for my ace. And I haven't even gotten a sub Paragon, so... yikes. Let's go ahead and take a look at what kind of a degree we can get here. Wait, I messed up the sacrifices a bit here, but let me just see what we get. Okay. Okay. We can get a degree 80. Okay, let me do that properly. So we get the boat, sacrifice nothing, and get the 45. And we also get a S-Brit right there. There's no way I can afford a degree 1 sub-paragon, right, to lower the cooldown? I don't think so. Let me try and see how far off I am. Okay, let's see here. Is there any chance this could be 80? Or is it gonna be just below? Yeah, But who knows? We might not even need the sub. It might work out well anyway. Let's just try this once first. There should be 81, 82, 81. Yeah, you know what? I think maybe I was being too pessimistic. This might work out just fine. Wizard did not get stunned. That's good. Use the ace ability and use this wizard ability now. I think that's the way you want to go about it with the wizard. You wait until you have full mana and then you use the metamorphosis ability, and then once it runs out you use the other ability when you have like no mana whatsoever, just to get a little bit of damage over time. And ace ability again. What's our mana right now? Pretty much full. Charge it up a bit more. Use it. Oh wait, is it outside the range now? It is. Okay, I timed that very poorly. But this is working out really well. Like, I'm timing my abilities and whatnot quite bad. And still, we're halfway there. We might fail this attempt. But if I improve my timings a bit, I think this can work. Okay, charge this up. Use it now. And I think we need to change the ace ability again. Have it like there. Use it now. Yeah, that hit most of them. Use another one of those. Okay, we are actually beating this like super easily. It's not even gonna be close. That's strange. I expected this to be a lot more difficult than this. Okay, wait for this skull to pop. And then, wait, can I even... Yeah, this ability does go through the shield anyway, right? The ace ability? I think so. Yeah, it would seem that I gravely overestimated the difficulty of this boss. Turns out it's not as difficult as some of the previous bosses we have seen. I think the extreme speed Vortex we had on Frozen Over was a lot more difficult than this. And I think the extreme health Lich on Winter Park was probably a lot more difficult than this. So while this is a very, very tough boss, it's probably not the toughest one we've seen yet. We have seen worse abominations than this one. But that's a pleasant surprise. Challenge was a success. Let's take a quick look at the pop count here. NG, 22, 14 on the boomer, 31 on the wizard, 13 on the boat, and the ace, 81 million. A very fun out of the ordinary boss this week, so make sure you play it if you're up for a challenge, and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.